Morning friends, I am Joceline and welcome to How to Be a Really Old Model. Today, as a result of requests I've had, that's a lie, I've just always really wanted to say it, my morning makeup routine for days that I'm modelling. So I'm going to show you. I don't care very much about makeup. So the first thing I always do, is I get my laptop and I find the most wretchedly miserable documentary. Catching a British paedophile? Perfect. The real life slave trade? Absolutely. Sick babies? Perfect. The reason for this is to contextualise myself. My ageing face is a small problem in this world that has paedophiles and sick babies, slum landlords and wicked tenants and bailiffs. In comparison, my face is really a small issue. The other thing I do is I make sure I have an entire pot of tea. So, preparation done. I'm going to talk you through the various items in my makeup bag. My makeup bag is not a clean and tidy place. I thought by buying a clear plastic one it would shame me into being tidy, but in fact I shave my makeup pencils directly into the bottom of it. I'm sorry world, I'm just busy and a bit grubby, it's just true. Moisturizer obviously is a very important thing. I can't find mine. So you're meant to go for like a really high quality moisturiser, and I have hyperpigmentation, which means that if you look closely at my skin, I have patches that are darker than others. This is a result of ageing and hormones apparently, and my doctor really kindly said, when you hit the menopause it'll probably go away, but by then you'll have age spots. Tough love. So as a result, I use all sorts of skin bleaching creams, and as a result of that, my skin is really sensitive to sunlight, so I need to wear really high factor sun protection. My cosmetic therapist, she successfully sold me a moisturiser that was factor 50 and cost £120. And then I discovered Nivea Kids factor 50 waterproof stuff for £7, and that's what I use. The only problem with it is that it's kind of waxy and white, because obviously the people making it were not concerned that it was particularly easily absorbed. And as always, because it's cheap probably, I've put too much on my hands and consequently too much on my face, and I'm gonna have to rub for bloody to get it to go in. I can't believe I'm doing this on my channel. Oh God, I've kind of woken up. But I am a weird white colour. But the rest of my makeup routine will be dedicated to making my face look artificially orange. So that's fine. Tea break. Oh, thank God. At this point, I'll concentrate really hard on the sick babies stroke slum landlords, just to remind myself this world is full of pain, White waxy faces are a very small pain within that pain. Always calm, water bright. So now we get on to fun things with colours. I should disclose, in case you hadn't guessed, I'm really a cheapskate. I occasionally, on aeroplanes and at airports, get sucked in to the idea of spending a lot. So I've got the occasional aberration, like a Smashbox palette, but mostly I buy stuff in Superdrug and go, £7.99 for a moisturiser. Oh no, I'm not spending that. For my face foundation, for a long time I've been using Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I've found that I'm annoyingly halfway between the ivory and the soft beige colour, so I just blend them. For doing my face, I use a tiny little mirror. I can't cope with my whole face at once. If I look at the whole face, I see so many things I need to deal with that I sort of give up really, and I don't want to do it. So by using a small mirror, I only see a few problems at a time and I can manage them before moving on. And I find psychologically the whole thing is better for me. Okay, so I start with my forehead because I hate my forehead most. I just had Botox, by the way, and consequently, look, I can move my eyes as though I'm frowning. Nothing happens. It's amazing. Because if I don't have Botox, I've got a really mobile face, and when I do facial expressions, which I do a lot because facial expressions are my job, it messes up the makeup on my forehead and it all goes into weird, horrible creases. So I've discovered that for making my makeup last well all day, having a Botoxed forehead is a great advantage. So my foundation is on, and consequently I look absolutely awful. More tea break, more misery break. Just look at the screen, remember, oh dear, those tenants, they've wrecked that house, haven't they? Oh, that poor bailiff, oh, that poor nurse. Brilliant, I'm back. Now I use more Rimmel. Rimmel is quite cheap from my local chemist. This is a good old full strength concealer. So I put a bit over my right eyebrow where the hyperpigmentation is bad. I also, for no particular reason, put some in the corners of my eyes. I think this is sort of, a lot of what I do is kind of half remembered from stuff that makeup artists have done. Then, because I'm enjoying myself, I tend to put it in random places like here or down my nose in a belief that I am a real makeup artist and I'm doing some sort of fantastic contouring. I normally allow myself 35 minutes for this, so stop with the concealer. Things do get quite a lot more fun from this point because we've done the dull base coat and now we start adding weird colours. Hooray! So Smashbox kit comes out, as does, oh my goodness, this was £2.99. Brilliant cheap blusher. I've decided there's no point spending money on blusher. And I smile and then stick it on the bit that sticks out. And then I try to sort of blend it to make it look less mad. And at that point I might as well have just stuck it all over my face really, because I can't stop. I've got a big pink face. Then I powder all over everything. I always do my powder after my blusher because I know that I always do my blusher a bit too excessively. So powdering over it all will hide that, hopefully. Ooh. I think I'm very wasteful of powder, but I like the smell of it, so I like to be quite liberal. And I find it so interesting how my face goes dramatically from white to orange to white to orange as I do my makeup, and the idea is to end up with a face that is both white and orange in the right places, I suppose. Okay, powder is on. Far too much powder is on. And so I take the blusher brush and brush it all over my face to take off the excess. Now, this is the bit that I've only just recently learned. I'm going to do some contouring. I'm going to give myself cheekbones. It's basically just a big brown stripe, isn't it? And we fool ourselves that it looks natural. Then to sort of try to neutralise the brown stripe, you take highlighter, pale, slightly glittery powder, and you do your cheekbones, or where your cheekbones would be if you didn't have a big old fat face, which I have. There we go. Now to tackle a bit of my face that I hate very, 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 very much indeed, which is my eyebrows. So I probably should have HD brows done, but I'm scared. And also cheap. My eyebrow pencil cost £2.99 as well. Brilliant. I put the milk in the teapot with the tea to stop myself from having to carry a milk jug around the house. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing with my eyebrows. Yes! Oh, eyeshadow, yes! I see a lot of models who seem to have better eyeshadow than me. They seem to just be bolder and braver and put more colours on. I've never worked out how to put more than 2 colours on my eyelids. I'm just going to use some of the highlighter that I used on my cheeks in the corners to, well, I don't know, to do something good. Then I take a colour. Yes. Then I blend it with my fingers and assume that that's going to be good enough. Then sometimes, if I'm feeling like dramatising myself or making myself look like a tragic orphan, I do a bit of brown eyeshadow under my eye as well. Because I think it makes me look tired and tragic and beautiful in my head. And I think that's what makeup's about, actually. It's not really about how it makes you look to other people. It's how it makes you feel from the inside. Maybe that's what I tell myself because I know that I'm not doing it very well, so it probably doesn't look great to other people. So all I can hope for is something that makes me feel better inside. Then I take basically a black crayon and go into my eye. Oh, it's not nice. But beauty is pain. Is it? Life is pain. Sometimes I do a great big mad winged eye with my liquid eyeliner, that's the word. But I've lost confidence in it because I can never get both eyes the same. So I'm not doing that today because I don't want to make a big fool of myself in front of you all. Then I take my eyelash curlers. My brother-in-law, the first time he saw me do this, thought they were eyelash cutters. Yes, because all girls want short eyelashes. And I curl my eyelashes very quickly because I used to try to do them really thoroughly and then I discovered that doesn't really curl and that just bends them in one place and it looks horrible. So now I take a gentler approach, but even so it doesn't feel comfortable. I've decided to put a bit of crayon on my upper eyelid too. No, stop it. Because actually, although this is the way I do my makeup for shoots, today we're just going to see our financial advisor, so the whole thing is overkill. Then mascara. I use one called Blink, B-L-I-N-C. And then we are on to proper fun territory because we have got as far as lipstick. My niece bought me 5 of these for Christmas and I choose them at random because I've got 5 colours now, they're all nice, and I just pick one and put it on. And I think lipstick looks better when you're quite sparing with it. When you can see the texture of your lips through it. So I try not to put very much on. Pink lips. Because I think the less you use, the more it looks like your actual colour. Then I use a bit of lip gloss over the top in an attempt to look like a 2000 version of Britney Spears. And then, ladies and gentlemen, my makeup is done. I have no idea if any of that is the way you're meant to do makeup. I suspect it probably isn't. I guess as years have gone by, I have added more products. I've learned vaguely how to use more things. So when I started modelling, I only really knew about blusher and eyeshadow. And now I know about lots of different bits, and I use lots of different bits, and I may not use those bits right. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel where I will teach you all the things I know about being a really, really, really old model. I update every first of the month and sometimes other times as well, just for fun. So thank you for watching me. I am Joceline.